All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your favorite Chess Journal YouTube channel. I hope everyone is doing great. And today we have logged into. Why do I say logged onto? We have logged into chess24.com. We want to play a 15 minutes rapid long play game. The player is from Turkey, as you can see the stats. Uh, we opened with d4 and I think he is not online. Okay, so let's abort this one, look for another one. 15 minutes game that we want to play. So again, we got white pieces. Let's play d4. Uh, what opening should we play today? I don't know. Have been playing the London system for a long. Let's try to play the different thing. Let's play the Mason or Mason variation of the Queen's Pawn game. Okay, now this move, Queen d6, what it does, I think they want to play here, right? Hmm. So the purpose of that move is deliver a check and uh, win this one. Are we worried because that check can be blocked? Uh, uh, okay, let's keep it simple, spicy free. So how have you guys been doing? Hopefully everyone is doing great. So they have developed their Leicester bishop to g4, but that actually allows us to do a couple of things. First of all, we can jump in the middle, ask a question to the bishop, and the second one is to remember we talked about it many times in our previous games that when the bishop leaves that square, we can actually go here and uh, tag this pawn, winning the rook. So they have got a couple of options to prevent that, either to go back or to push the pawn forward. I guess going back is the best move. Or that one is not a good one because we talked about this one earlier for forking these two pieces. So they gotta. The player is from Ukraine, as you can see here. These stats. He's a I don't know, a beginnerish player. So beginners who are watching this video will probably be benefited from this content. And what else? uh, yeah, that wasn't a good move. The good moves or the best moves we already said. And not to mention that they're losing a lot of time. Now they want to exchange queens, but we gotta keep the tension and rather win the knight. I mean, sorry, win the bishop. Let's pre-move this capture. So that's what happened. Exchanging queens was not a good move at all. And now they're playing recklessly. Attacked our knight, but weakening their f7 square. Let's jump back in. We have got the light square bishop, so what would be our strategy is to preserve this light square bishop because they've got these light square weaknesses here in their camp, and let's first activate the dark square bishop, should we? Where does this bishop want to go? Or we can try to strain up this pawn. Straighten this pawn. Let's do that. Seems to be a good idea. Let's pre-move the capture. Okay, knight f6. I don't know. Knight f6. Actually, we're gonna just keep the tension. Probably this, or we can add more pressure on the d5 pawn, and okay, now they have shattered their dark square bishop. Huh. Even though we are material up, we need to be alert and look for weakness and attack. I can already see a weak pawn here, and we can attack that one by jumping in on this b5 square with our knight. And how are they going to stop that one? By this or that. But we can actually capture the knight, right? Sacrifice the exchange for the time being, and then winning the rook. King has to go there, and our knight is saved. So they are walking with their king, trying to win the knight. Is there any way that we can save the knight? I don't see. I don't see any good way to save the knight. Okay, so okay, let's finish development. Okay, let's develop this Doscar bishop. Exchange pieces because we are material up already, and they're gonna win the knight. But there is no particular way of where we can think of placing the knight here or here, so that that could cause some kind of, you know, uh, discomfort in their area. Okay, let's activate our light square bishop. So how to take? I think taking with the rook is the best thing. But they have taken with the king. And now is the time to activate the light square bishop, where both are good. But I want to keep the d3 square vacant for our knight if it's required. Then our knight can jump back in. Alright, so they have placed their rook on b8, aiming to tag the this pawn. We could defend, but we always look for offensive moves first. Uh, what can we do? If we capture this knight, um, they win this pawn, and we jump here. Hmm. That looks interesting. Forsaking this pawn for the time being, let's capture the knight, get rid of the knight. So they have decided to recapture with the bishop, and let's develop our bishop in this square. So after this capture, definitely, I'm just thinking, how is there any checkmate around the corner? For example, this square is the only escape square if we capture this pawn. So why not give it a try? I mean, hopefully they find this one. So the best way to avoid checkmate is definitely to play King B7. Okay, so and they oh sorry, so there's no checkmate. All right, so should we take the rook or take everything actually? Win the end game. King up. Oh, didn't. Why did I pre-move that one? Come back here. Come back here. Okay, you can do whatever you want. I'll give up the rook. Okay. Defend the pawn. Lever a check. Win this one. I'm not worried about giving up the rook because we're gonna have a queen, so they have resigned. So this was a queen's pawn game, and more wanted to play the Mason variation, but unfortunately, because of the fact that they played Queen D3, I mean Queen D6, it hasn't. It has. I believe it's just a queen's pawn game. So uh, let's play. Look for another opponent. Hopefully, we get at least an intermediate level player this time. So if black, no, we get white pieces again. Let's stick to d4. Oh, this is a guest account. Why did I play this one? Okay. Let's offer him a draw. Okay. I want to play the perk defense or the Pierce defense for you guys because a lot of you, uh, are up for the perk defense. Okay, so we got black pieces and a strong opponent. No, no park defense on board. But actually, we can give it a try. Let's try park defense with against d4. Play d6. No, they needed to play e4. Now this is gonna be a King's Indian thingy. Let's play g6 first. Okay, e4 it is now. I think this is now the old Indian defense. Because the knight is not here. Let's fianchetto, or should we? Yeah, let's put this knight here. Control the center. Then maybe. Okay, knight c3. Let's go for fianchetto. Now we gotta play the breaking move here or here. I think I'm gonna play c5 today. Where is this? Let's check the stats. He's from Colombia. He's an intermediate level player. Now that bishop e3. Okay, let's just simply develop. I was just gonna say that bishop e3 is playable. Okay, again, h3. People seem to like just pushing this pawn for no reason. h3 and a3. Alright, sorry for the background noise if you can hear any. Now the bishop is actually controlling this diagonal. So the question is, do we open here or here? Hmm. Hmm. That is a good question. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna open these on this area of the board. So c5 it is. They should keep the tension, because if the queens are off, that's a good news for us. For the fact that we are slightly cramped, position-wise speaking, we have to. I mean, if you guys are new to this kind of setup in your chess, or if you're new to this channel, you know that we always talk about breaking in either this move or this move, and maybe in future this one. Okay, so now we could put our queen here, put some pressure here, and or we could capture. And okay, let's just open up. Open up a bit. I think taking with the knight is the best move here in this case. Soften up their central structure. Okay, they went for bishop takes. Okay, let's castle. And bishop d3, developing move, as well as putting a defender over here on this weak pawn. Okay, now what? I want to play e5. I want to play e5 now. Okay, sometimes this kind of structure setup is a bit complicated because it requires a lot of time for us to think. I'll tell you what, let's better take away these squares from the dark square bishop, and thereby also developing our light square bishop here. That seems to be a good plan. Let's go for it. Position is equalish, but I believe white is doing slightly better due to the fact that they have more center control than us. So this bishop is pesky. Now we gotta do something about it. We do not want them to have all the fun. Okay, let's activate this knight here on this outpost-ish square, attacking the light square bishop, but probably I'm not gonna take the light square bishop. I want them to take our knight. So because their light square bishop is the bad bishop, this one is the good bishop. Okay, so they have attacked our knight. That's a good move indeed. Now we do not go back, or we could consider going here. If we go there, what is gonna happen? What is the future of this knight? Just we have to imagine if we come here, then what if the bishop goes back? I mean, their bishop goes back, and what's next? I don't see any good square for our knight. Although I feel that that is playable. Or the other thing we can do is we can just simply capture the light square bishop. So we will be having the bishop pair. Which one to go for? I'm gonna keep it interesting, and this is gonna be a bit complicated position for both of us now. And by playing knight e6, knight e6, I have in a way shown my cards that I'm actually after the dark square bishop. So they should notice this one and preserve this dark square bishop rather than giving it up. Okay, so they have played rook c1, and we are very happy to see that move on board. So the only move is to capture the knight. Now we have to think what to play next. Okay, we have a couple of moves to immediately strike in the center. But then this pawn is gonna be weak, right? Or play knight d7 and reroute here and target the bishop. Followed by this rook move, maybe this pawn going after the... yeah, I think that one... Also, this move also attacks this knight, right? So they have to put their knight somewhere back, maybe back to f3. Or defend with their queen. Okay, so they have played knight f3. Now what? Okay. Okay, let's jump in the middle. If the capture happens, we'll have to recapture with our dark square bishop. After the bishop, I mean, after the capture of their dark square bishop or exchange of their dark square bishop for our knight, I believe now we are positionally doing slightly better. So the capture happens. And our bishop is now activated, controlling crucial diagonals here. We need to think about what to do in the center. And Knight d5. We we usually do not like our opponent's pieces in our camp, so that's the one of the strategies I always follow in my games. So why not stick to that? Kick it out. So knight has to go back. Uh, Knight e3. Maybe they want to come here. Okay. So are we developed with all of our pieces? Now our queen needs to be developed. Where does she go? That is the question. Okay. So let's put the queen somewhere so that the rooks are connected. So that's a mouse slip. Oh my god, this is one of those days. Uh, Again mouse slip. Queen b8. Oh my god. This is not happening. Don't tell me. Come on. So why did I do that? Horrible. Now, what are they thinking? Just get rid of the bishop. It's as simple as that. Double my pawns. Why are you taking too much time? Looks very suspicious, right? Look how much time they're spending. I mean, even a beginner would have known that this is the best move, getting rid of the Dalsgaard bishop. Okay, so finally they have gotten rid of our Dalsgaard bishop. Now we're not doing better now. After those, not one, but two terrible mouse slips and these double pawns. So they want to exchange queens. Okay, let's activate the queen. Okay, no, let's don't go there. Let's go here, connect the rooks. And attack their queen. All right, so has any one of you played these old Indian defense? Let me know, guys, down in the comment section below. Now, here, this kind of middle game, we always look for weaknesses. This one is a weak pawn, this one is a weak pawn. We can target both of them. So let's play rook d4. Primary target is this one because this one is defended multiple times. Okay, so that's a good move. I mean, get rid of the defender, but we can double up. So let's double up. And after this, if they take our rook, I'm thinking of capturing with the pawn. Now f3, what it does, I do not know what it does actually, apart from the fact that putting a defender on this pawn. But also that's blocking their light square access for their queen. Let's target this one by playing a5. Let's pre-move this capture should it happen, or maybe with the rook. Yeah, I want them to their pawns to be fixed on light squares. So capture with the pawn is not bad because we have threats down the line. Also, we need to think of activating our light square bishop. So yeah, let's capture with the pawn. This maybe, looking forward to this. Our queen is not well placed, so I'm thinking of putting her in c7. This diagonal, also keeping an eye on this square. Okay, so bishop d3, but we can capture this one. Capture, recapture with the queen. Again, we are now doing better position-wise speaking. So they have asked a question to our queen. Where does she go? Let's come here, defend both of these pawns. And they do not have any dark square bishop, which is the reason why staying in the dark square is safe. Okay, now they are after this pawn, and we can defend the pawn. Let's put the rook on d6, defend. That is also a dark square. I'm thinking, did they have this one? They're up for queen trade, but we do not want trading queens, surely. Or we want them to take the queen, maybe. So captures. Okay. If we capture, then our... So where do we put our bishop? Going here doesn't make any sense because rook needs to keep an eye on this square. Okay, so let's keep it simple. Didn't have any other option. Now where to go? Okay, they have a tactic here, right? They push the pawn, attack our rook. We cannot capture because of this. So let's stop that one. Now they have this one. And this one. Okay, how do we stop that? Has turned a bit complicated, isn't it? What do you guys reckon? Complicated old Indian defense. You have played well, William Santiago, but I expected you to play better. C5 straight away, but okay, this is the only option. So between these two pawns, which one are you gonna grab, Santiago? I think go after this central pawn. No, you have decided to go after this flank pawn and attack our bishop. So let's defend the bishop. I have to play here And focus on here. So they have given us a check. Only way. Let's go there. Below 5 minutes, both of us. Let's see how it goes. So they are after this pawn, but we wanted to play e5 anyway. Staying on the dark square again. We are actually doing better because we are pawn up, right? And what is that? Okay, let's go here, tag the bishop. Bishop has to move. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna come here, maybe? Sooner or later, I have to play f6 to solidify the structure. Am I thinking, am I gonna play it now or maybe later? Why not grab space first? That's controlling light squares. Okay. They're under time pressure. Time trouble. And what do we play, or where, which area of the board should we continue playing? Say tough call. I think we should stick to these playing on the king side that we have already talked about, because they do not have this square to deliver a check, fortunately. This one is a possibility. Not now, later. Okay, so what is the purpose of that move? They want to come here, right? But I don't see any imminent threat because we have got dark square access. So let's activate the king towards the center. If this happens, I'll be very happy. And isn't that a blunder? Isn't that a blunder? We always look for check, captures, fret, pin, and fork. So that's a pin. Boy, it was a very good game, but I don't know. So they are losing this bishop. There's no way to save this one. It was a very good game up until this last move. G4. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching this game as much as I have enjoyed playing myself. Do let me know, guys, down in the comment section below what you think about these couple of games that we have played today, because this is gonna be the last game for today. So they have decided to keep on playing. Rook C8 doesn't stop us to capture these bishop because it comes with a check. So they should resign. They're also down in time. Down on time. Let's go and defend. If this capture happens, let's remove this capture. Controlling the light square yet. Once again. This check is actually helping us, right? So, yeah, remember a moment ago I said that I wanted their rook to stay here. Now their rook is sort of immobile or immobile. And there's a cool tactic though. I mean, like captures, they cannot capture the rook because of this. I mean, they have to capture the rook or yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. So they have decided not to resign. Okay, let's push this pawn. King up. All right, so they're still playing. And let's just win all of their pawns. Probably they are looking for some stalemate trick. But without any stalemate trick, we can still win the game on time. This is square, this is square. Go here. Take away their squares. Take away their squares. Come here. And this one is a checkmate, isn't it? Thank you very much for the game. And I'm gonna leave it to this. So he wants to play another game, but I gotta go somewhere. Thank you very much. So yeah, take care of yourself. Bye. What am I saying? Take care of yourself. Bye bye, guys.